Hi Jamie, it's Sunday night, January 19th, and it's just about 10 o'clock. I am reporting to you from bed. Hi. For two reasons. Reason number one, I've got this fancy new iPhone thing, and I wanted to see if it was possible to take decent videos using it. And reason number two, I wanted to show you the kind of place that I go to bed in. Please look at the black thing. Did you see that? I hope so. Otherwise, it's going to be really weird. That's my breath. Inside. It's cold enough inside that you can see my breath. There's curtains there, and behind those curtains probably is some ice. In fact, let's check. Ah, yes. Here's the ice. It looks like mist, but if you scratch it, it leaves ice crystals on my fingers. And it stings. Yifei's not here. Yifei's in China until the end of Chinese New Year, which is at the end of January or the beginning of February this year. I'm not sure which, and I'm actually happy that she's there because she's a much smaller person than I am. And this cold destroys her ability to live a happy life even faster and more effectively than it destroys mine. So yeah, she's there for another 2 weeks, I guess. And even though she will come back in the beginning of February and it won't be any better than it is now, it will at least be a shorter duration of time that she has to deal with the doomly cold before we move back to Ibaraki, which will also, I'm sure, be cold at the end of March, but not nearly as bad. Is there anything else I can talk about right now? I can teach you about some books. I've got 2 books next to me. One is this book. It's from the mixed up files of Mrs. Basiley Frankenwheeler. No, Frank Wheeler. I always say Frankenwheeler. It won the Newbery Medal years and years ago, which is like the best medal that you can win for a children's book, probably in America, but maybe the English-speaking world. I don't know. Um, and I read this with my second grade students last year. I was very not surprised, very touched by the story. It's about these 2 kids, a brother and sister, and the sister wants to run away to the Museum of Modern Art in New York City, and then they hide out there and stay there for a while. And it's a really good story. I dig it. That's one book. Then the other book I have is this. I'm just kidding. This is just a giant playing card. This Girdle Escher Bach, the Eternal Golden Braid. My friend Steve, it's this thick. My friend Steve had this book laying around, and I'm kind of a sucker for really thick books. What do we call that? I'm a masochist, I think, kind of. I don't even know what this is about. It's like a metaphysical book, apparently. It's not. Maybe it's philosophy. I don't think it's quite philosophy, but apparently it won a Pulitzer Prize. And the only reason that I bought the if it falls from a distance of 2 stories can probably snap someone's neck edition is because there was no Kindle edition available. So. It's been sitting here next to my bed since last March when we moved here. Hasn't moved since then. The humidity of the summer has destroyed the cover, but hopefully I'll get around to it. In fact, it would be really nice if I can get around to it before we move back to Moria in 2 months. Anyways, what book are you reading now? How are things going? I'm looking forward to your first video of 2014. I know you're having internet troubles, but I have faith that that things will work out. Anyways, I hope you have a good Sunday, and I will talk to you later this week. Good night, or as they say in Japan, oyasumi nasai.